Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Motion from the wideout. Snags a quick pass on the left. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Try and play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. On target to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for room. It's Lindsey. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. That completion it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Washington right back to the line. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Third and goal for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Washington.
The offense goes as he does, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. To a drive there of 84 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Jones to throw. He's got him. Runs through a tackle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Let's go. They'll move the wide receiver. Running it to the right. Can't get him to the ground. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Huskies! Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. A second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The Ducks will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the 1st down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Using his legs, it's Lindsey. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Got a man. It's Lindsey. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Jones wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Able able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Give to the running back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Jones to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. With the catch, it's Lindsey. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Might be changing the route. The give to the single back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic. Oh, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Turns it on in midfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give from the gun. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Jones wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. The offense changing the play. Jones to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Washington trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this.
Turning it on! Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Ducks want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Wants to go up top. Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback, because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Jones wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could...
Going deep. He's got it inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Oregon. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. RPO complete to open the drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Jones to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
That's caught. It's Cameron. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They'll go to the ground. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Here's the thing. Not a great run. The offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Going to try to get it in. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip.
Looking deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jones wants to throw it. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Here's the handoff. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lindsey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. The play action fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Complete to the right. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll try it over the left side. At the 40, there he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Plows through the defense. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Going to the ground. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this is why you consistently run the football, a steady diet, because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. down to Washington. The give to the tailback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Washington wants to go quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Jones to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hand, it's Lindsey. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got his man downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know.
Brings into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He might want another play. Gonna look downfield again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
2nd down coming up. Sends it back in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The lone back's got it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one pothole after another. They're trailing by 14 to North Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught over the middle. It's Cameron. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. Fullback's got it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, and I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Jones to throw. Finds his tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Finds his man. It's Lindsey. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Huskies will hustle to the line. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Jones wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this one is going to stick with the men in purple for quite a while. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.